Hi, this is Ofori, the digital reader, and surprise, surprise, I wanted to talk about Kindle's new color e-reader, the Kindle ColorSoft. I just wanted to kind of go over it. I had made a video before when I thought they were going to come out with a color e-reader, and my thoughts about that. I will put the link to that video up there. It also describes the two current hot technologies for color e-ink readers, Gallery and Kaleido 3. So first, I guess I wanted to start out with is the price. The Kindle ColorSoft is going to be starting out at $279, but really $300, because I'm sure that once you get it at $279, there are going to be ads on it, and most people are going to want to take off those ads for $20. So really a starting price of $300. I don't think that price is very bad. So when you compare them to their competition, the Kobo Libra Color, the InkPad Color 3, and the Boox Go Color 7, $300 is a little bit on the high side, but I think a lot of people are going to forget that Amazon almost always comes out with a high price on their flagship e-readers in the beginning, because they want to capture all those early adopters who are willing to pay anything for new technology. If you look at the Kindle Voyage, if you look at the Kindle Oasis, when both of those came out, everybody said the price was too high, and they still sold like hotcakes to those early adopters. And then after about a year, on their first Amazon day, the price dropped and then it stayed low. My gut tells me that this is gonna start at $300, but it'll eventually come down to around $235 to $250 if you get it on sale, and that's right in line with the competitors. I mean, the Kindle Voyage at the time when it came out at $199, everybody was saying that's too much for an e-reader. When the Kindle Oasis came out at $249, people were saying that's too much for an e-reader. And that was a lot of people's gripe, is the price. And we paid for it. And now people are still looking for the Kindle Oasis on the gray market, because a lot of people love that device. So I'm not really that worried about the price. And now let's talk about the display. The display is using Kaleido 3. Kaleido 3 is pretty much the industry standard for e-readers. There are a couple that use Gallery 3, but as I talked about in my first video, they're not really that great. They look good, but using the interface and moving around the interface is a real slog. So Kindle just basically said, we're going to come out with Kaleido 3. It'll be just as good as everything else. Yes, they've touted some special layer that's going to make it look super clear, but doesn't everybody? I feel like once the reviews come in, especially under good lighting, we'll get a better sense as the comparison. But I don't really see a big difference between their screen and Kobo or Pocketbook or Boox. If it is, it will be marginal. I feel like Kaleido 3 across the board is serviceable. It is definitely color with compromise. But now, if you are in the Amazon ecosystem, you now have a color device to buy. And I think that's all important. Now, I guess the question for me, my big question is, I'm curious to see if they've made any changes to the software. I personally would love it if they updated the software to maybe work better with Libby or Overdrive. That would be everybody's dream. I also would personally like it if they made the software work better with multiple media sources, so that you could just look at books on the Kindle if you wanted to, or just look at audiobooks, or just look at comic books, and they weren't all just lumped in there in one big bucket. So should you get one? I kind of feel if you were looking or thinking about color e-ink and you really wanted a color device, then this is a great device to get, especially if you're in the Amazon ecosystem. Honestly, the main draw to this device is looking at the demos of the device and looking at people moving around the device, I feel like this device has real horsepower. My biggest gripe against Kobo, and especially the device that's my choice of device, the pocketbook devices, is they don't have a lot of horsepower. So the moving around and doing things can be a little laggy if you're not just reading books. So that will be something that'll be a big interest to me. I thought about ordering it, but I still want to wait and see what the software experience is like, because there is a reason that I don't use Kindle anymore and why I stopped making Kindles my primary devices. I'll talk about that in another video. But I want to see if the software experience has changed any before I make a decision. If it has, I'm ditching my pocketbook. I'm getting a basic Kindle, a Kindle Paperwhite, and a Kindle Color, and those are going to be my 3 devices. Any questions, any comments, give me a shout. This is Ofori Murray, the digital reader, and keep reading.